Welcome to Planet Pluto Shoot.
Bravo, bravo, bravo. Whoop, whoop. Tango, tango, tango. Hey.
You got to do it all over, Lola.
I got to do it all over. Why gotta do it all over?
That was Pluto.
That was Planet Pluto. Oh, that's right. Okay, hold on, y'all. I love Cheryl. Hold on. Wait a minute. I see y'all like wrong show. I thought I was doing something. Wait a minute, Sandra. Hold on. Here we go. Cheryl, you ready for the chit chat tonight?
I'm ready.
Bam, bam, bam. He or she said, cancel this damn show. They hate it. What? Hold on. Wait a minute.
Make black hair great again.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Now,
We're coming. Get our check.
Cheryl Morrow, the one, the only, the hair oracle.
Well, I think it was Red Dot, and then we also had a cosmetology school instructor in the chat, Miss Denise West, Michelle Allen, Miss Foster. Dang, I missed your hey! It's always nice to see Miss Foster in the chat. Michelle Allen, you know how much we love you too.
What? About a whole lot of peace. Cheryl, you order that in a bag of chips. Let me do your hair. Hey, let's try it again. What's happening, blacks? Cheryl, you really are all that. And a bag of big Ruffles, Snyder's, Lay's, potato chips. What's happening, good people? How you doing out there? It's me, your homegirl, Ladosha, right, aka Key Lolo. And right over there is Captain Saber podcast host. Cheryl Morrow, aka the Hair Oracle, because one day we're gonna have us a real producer, but I like those bloopers. Aren't they cool, right, Cheryl?
We got so many.
We got so many bloopers. I can see Sandra now. What is she done clicked on? Hey, I was all queued up. I was ready. I was like, here we go. Sure, like, do it over. Wrong video. I was just like, you know what makes this hurt so bad? When your last name is Wright. If your last name is Wright, you can relate to what I'm saying. That's the bad thing about that last name, man. I'm telling you, when your last name is Wright,
man,
your ego just be all like, I got a big ego. And then Cheryl comes in like, reality stepped in and shock you right back into the present. Come on, Tish, say it. All you can do is ask yourself over. Why? Tish, they don't know that. Trish. I said, Tish, they don't know nothing about that. They know nothing about today. I'm just a lonely man.
They don't know nothing about
tomorrow I'll be a king. What's happening? Good people?
What group was that?
That was Cameo.
All right, just checking.
She was just checking. You ain't gonna snatch my black card now. I might be messing up on them on how to, which link to hit on the show, but I know some of my black music trivia. So we are about 100. How many episodes? I think we're actually 133. I could be off, but let me double check. I should just start putting the number up there. That way people will know, huh? I think I'll do that from now on so we can all be on the same page, but it is official. Yeah, we are 132, not 133, 132 episodes in. And tonight it is all about the modern pattern on the comb and why we should use it. That's right. Now, some of you may have one, some of you may not, but I have mine here. So we're going to talk about this comb in comparison to other combs, because this month, we're going to be talking about inventions and patents. And so we're going to do a thumbs up and a thumbs down on some of the trinkets and stuff that's out here, in the hair care world that's supposed to be good, supposed to be bad, that kind of stuff. So so this week is all about the combs. And so I have a couple of combs that I'm going to highlight, and then next week we're going to talk about those straightening combs. So that's important because there's a lot of combs out here, gadgets and gadgets, professing to be able to straighten the hair. Now, I'm tired of buying all these gadgets and gadgets, so I did not buy. We do have an electric one, which again, we'll talk about that next week. But a lot of people are afraid of the straightening comb, so we're going to talk about, should we be using them? Are they too old? What have you, and what not? But anywho, what's going on in your neck of the woods, Miss Cheryl Morrow?
Man, you're trying to stay in the sunshine. That's all.
Trying to stay in the sunshine. California sunshine. Keep it looking, keep looking. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you're trying to stay. What everybody else is doing. I see the chat is looking pretty good. I take it we're not the only people that's interested in what's happening, in this world of combs, because the chat is looking pretty darn good out here in these YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram streets. So we're always excited and we're very appreciative to have you guys, joining us. And so tonight we're going to give you guys exactly what you're looking for, because there's something about the comb. Some people want to use it, some people don't want to use it. So hopefully by the end of tonight, you'll be able to, weigh in on will you use the comb, and does this gadget gets a thumbs up or does it get a thumb down? So this is Dr. Morrow's comb, and we're gonna, talk about that a little bit. So I think that's a good way to get it started. We got a couple of shout outs here. The chat's looking good. Sure, they coming through. You're coming through like some holes and some toes and some socks. You know what? Everybody in this chat, y'all probably bougie. How many people in the chat be wearing socks with holes in them and your toes be coming through? Because that's how y'all coming through, like some toes and some holes and some socks. Ain't nobody else talking like that. Sure, like get that microphone from that fool. I'm gonna tell you right now. I know that the people in the chat definitely wearing some socks with some holes, with some toes coming through them holes. All right. For example, we got our homegirl Weekend. Which one toe coming through? The pinky toe, the big toe? Which one is coming through? Sandra. Sandra probably ain't wearing no holes. I'll be wearing the holes in my socks. I ain't gonna. Some socks be cute. I'm like, I ain't giving up my sock. I should stitch it, but I'm from the hood. Ain't nobody gonna see my big toe sticking out. You know what I'm saying? Sure, you wear holes in your socks? Sure, come on now, dog. Luana, do you keep? I keep my holy socks. Trish, what about you? Monica, I know Monica. Like, no, Ladosha. I'm not gonna wear any socks with any holes in them. Whatever, I'm representing. All right. How many people out here in the chat is walking around with Kay? I don't know, Kay. You probably ain't wearing no holy socks either. Me, WeK, I believe WeK, you might be wearing some. LB, I believe you probably down with me. Trish, you might be, but Monica K, Sandra, I know Sandra not. Sandra like, no ma'am. Look at Cheryl. Oh no. I mean, honestly, clutch the pearls, because y'all coming through. That's what I said. You guys are coming through the chat tonight like some holes, some toes coming through the holes on them socks. What's up, King of Lock? What's happening? Kafele, I know you ain't wearing no socks with no holes because you too African for that. 77 Loving Life. Nah, you probably not either. A Pope 489. Now, if you a Pope, you probably want Sunshine Danielle. Yeah, you probably be rocking around with some holes in your socks like me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Let's see what the chat is saying, Cheryl. Cheryl, like, don't get this fool. No, no, no. I knew it. Look at Kate. Look, she like, hell to the no, to the no, no, no. Can you just get no? You
Come on now. No
nah.
way.
Come
No
on,
way.
now. You can't. You come on now.
No.
All right,
No.
so she said
Hell
no.
no.
Mm-mm.
Hell no.
No. Okay. Michelle Allen, what's up? What's happening, Blizzak?
What's going on?
Michelle, I think you might not be ashamed like Key Lolo to wear a couple of. I mean, what's one little hole? I'm not gonna throw away my good socks. So sometimes it get caught, on the zipper and all kinds of stuff. You be walking around the house, I mean, you wash them, just get little holes. The socks be cute, you know what I'm saying? Sure, like no, ma'am. Everybody wants to be bougie. Look at I said, Trish, I wasn't quite sure. I said, I don't know. I thought maybe you did, but Trish said, no, ma'am.
Trish,
no, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Y'all stuck up, man.
Because it's uncomfortable.
Y'all it's not just pull it and just stick it under your, I'm from the hood. My mother was like, you gonna wear them socks. I don't want to put them.
I can tell you right now, don't be telling no lie on your mama.
My mama did let me wear socks with holes in them. She did. She was like, you can sew them up. But, that's how we learn how to sew.
Well, if you sew them up, we ain't got no more holes.
We ain't got no, but at first we had some holes because we wanted to throw them in the garbage. We was like, oh, no, you're going to put them. So I was like, sure, I'm going to do one better. I'm just going to go ahead. Oh, hey, remember Cheryl fronting on my brother about his socks? Y'all remember that? Where Frida at? If Frida was in the chat, she'd be like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. But anyhow, that's how it's going down tonight. We're just making light of the situation. It's okay if you got holes in your socks. You know what I'm saying? It's a song. There's some holes in this house. If you see one, point them out. What y'all know about that? It's time for the percolator. I missed that song. Remember when that song was out?
Man, those are the good days.
I like an old person trying to percolate, y'all. Remember the old people used to be out there? I'm like, get off the dance floor. Atomic Dog and Percolator gonna bring him out. Who let the dogs out? It's time for the percolator. Who let the dogs out? There's some holes in this house. Ain't nothing gonna bring out some holes like Atomic Dog and Percolator.
No.
That's just real talk. That's real talk. But everybody don't know about that. I'm just saying.
Those songs need to definitely be laid to rest.
You think so?
I mean, whoever can relate.
If you accuse,
I know, but whoever can relate to them, then you can get on the dance floor.
But that's
if you want a rerun, don't do the rerun.
It's a rites of passage that you want to grow up so you can hear. You want to dance with the old people to the Atomic Dog with the old lady getting on the floor and she be hunching. You ain't partying till you see the old lady on the floor and then that man he'll get down. I don't care what state. Only place you won't see the Atomic Dog is Africa. No, ma'am. They not gonna do the Atomic Dog. But in America, you wait till you see some cues start jumping up. You be like, oh my God, what are they doing? What are they doing?
Sit back down. Sit back down. Sit back down.
You gotta have the Atomic Dog. You gotta have the percolator. But some things just ain't never gonna go out of style. You know what I'm saying? But if you're a party head, the DJ is gonna throw on the percolator and he gonna throw on the Atomic Dog and some of them stupid line. I'll be glad when they get rid of line dancing so we can start dancing again and sweating out some hair so we can get some more customers.
No, yeah, right. Get out there and get going
ladies
out there.
Ladies don't want to sweat out their hair no more. We used to go to the club. Remember Monica back in the day, girl? We used to sweat them. Man, today like, you want to dance, baby? No. Then here come the let me see the booty. I'm like, to me, yeah, I don't hate because I can't do it. I'm hating on the Because I can't do that.
You only know the slide, the electric slide.
I can't, man. I be trying to do that to Mia. Me and Monica, I had to put our business on. This is my best friend. I flew to Atlanta, right? Monica got this big ass TV in her house, right? It's huge because she living large and in charge. Hate to put your business out there. And we try to do this to Mia. You know, we all like, dun, dun, when I think about you, we like, it just, we never did it. We never made it. I can't do the Tamia line dance.
I don't get in a line if I can't do it.
You can't do the Tamia line dance?
No, I do the Tamia, but I said if I cannot do that particular one or a one they choose, I stay on the sideline. Come on, Kilolo.
Oh man, I ain't gonna lie. I be getting out there crashing and be like, get your ass off the floor. I'm like, whatever, I'm gonna get this line dance. It's been 10 years.
That is not the time. That is not the time to learn.
I can't do it. Have you ever seen somebody try to do it with no rhythm? My other best friend, Rashida, she be out there on the dance floor doing all the, even, did you know cowboys have line dances?
Yeah.
I did not know that until I went to Atlanta. I'm like, what all these black folks doing all these hokey pokeys? Turn yourself around. I didn't know cowboys and cowgirls had line dances.
Whatever. Come on now.
And I ain't know black people. I didn't. I'm just telling the truth. This is my little small word. Y'all can go with it if y'all want to say. But
Boy. That's a black thing. Cow boy.
Yeah. Well, I didn't realize that. You know, I'm just used to the cowboys and Indians. You know, with John Wayne. No, you go to Atlanta, everybody's a cowboy and a cowgirl in Atlanta. They on a whole new vibe. I mean, they on horses. Like you could go up there on Camp Creek or whatever, man. They be kicking it up in Atlanta. But they have line dances, but I don't know them. But Rashida, she knows all the line dances. She's not on beat. I don't know how she does it. Yes, I'm jealous and I'm hating, but she can do it. Okay. So I'm like you. Come on, Yate. It's my girl. Let me give Yate a big round of applause because she like me, Cheryl. Ain't nobody scared. We're going to get on out there and crash into y'all. What's up? Let's give it to my girl, Yate. I'll be like this. Excuse me.
Thanks for telling me that.
Well, you know, it's okay. Sometimes you just got two left.
Thanks for that. Thanks for telling me that because you that woman. Okay, thank you.
I'm that one that be on the dance floor that everybody be like, she needs to go somewhere and sit down, but we're not. What we're going to do is get you guys going as we talk all about the modern pattern on the comb. All right. So Cheryl's dad has a unique twist on the comb. But before we get into his comb, we're going to talk about a couple of current events, right? That's going down. Not that everybody's ready to line dance. Don't be leaving the YouTube. Don't be leaving our channel going to watch the Tamia line dance. Y'all wait till we done, right? Ain't that right, Cheryl?
That's right.
All right. So please wait. Don't leave just yet. Y'all ready to go do some line dancing. So first and foremost, here we go right here. Here's a current event I thought you might find interesting. There it is. Did you know that they have some work from home hairstyles? You know, I just Googled. Yes. I guess apparently people who work at home need some help with how to style their hair when they are working from home, which I know. Listen.
Some bullshit ass. That's content.
I'm telling the truth according to proof. When you put in hair news for today, this popped up on Google and I was like, you people cannot be serious, but they are. So 11 work from home hairstyles you've never had the guts to try. I mean, if you okay,
God, okay,
only in America. Make America dumb again. I don't know how many people in the chat work from home, because that is how many people in the chat work from home. And then at the same token, I mean, if I'm working from home, I'm just gonna wear my hair. I'm gonna put a hat on, whatever.
That's right.
I mean, me and Cheryl, we be working from the we coming to the Zoom like this. What's up? It's just not that serious, but we're hairstylists. Maybe that's why we're so cocky and brazen about it. There's Rashida. Rashida, like, why you put our business out there? Yes, Rashida says, Happy Veterans Day to all that served and is still servicing our country. Thank you, Rashida. We appreciate you for trying to take me off the topic and something more relevant and pertinent, such as our veterans. So happy Veterans Day to all who have served. And as Rashida said, is serving. We most certainly appreciate that. All right. Okay. Our next current event. The evolution of relaxers. Ooh. They really trying to repackage this relaxer thing.
Didn't I tell y'all?
What'd you tell them, Cheryl? Come
the
on.
moment y'all gonna leave it, they gonna buy all the relaxer shit up and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, it doesn't cause cancer."
Oh, Cheryl, say it ain't so.
I told y'all.
Is this the beginning of that? I figured they at least give us a 10-year stretch before they just started doing it. I mean, you only said that last year. They ready now, Cheryl?
Telling you. You move off of it, they move on it, then tell you, oops, it was propaganda. Sorry. Thank you. We'll sell it back to you. Retail. We'll sell it back to you. You ain't ever getting your shit back. But
we done gave up the relaxer and look at them. Look at that. The evolution. Ain't that something?
Loose.
And wait a minute.
You gotta open that. You got to open that up. Come on now.
I can't open it up. I just screenshot it, but I just want you guys to see. It says November. Is that? I can't see it. November 7th, 2024. They just wrote this article. Jesus. Anywho, so there you have it. Cheryl said, hey, how they said, you heard it first here on the dumbest that people say about black hair. They're going to sell it back to you. Notice it doesn't cause cancer anymore. All of a sudden, huh? Is that maybe?
It's the evolution.
It's the new relaxer. The anti.
Yeah. Right. It's going to evolve.
It's going to evolve. I know
they don't want it to evolve in your hands. They want to have it. They
wow.
Sell it back to you.
That's something to think about, y'all. Some people say they said it would never happen, but we said it would happen, and now there it is. It's happening. I think the companies are. Anywho, last but not least, we got some interesting news here in Cleveland. All right, I would be remiss if I didn't do this for my homeboy Waverly. Unfortunately, here in Cleveland, Ohio, you guys, we had Waverly on with us about maybe like 3 or 4 weeks ago. It wasn't that long ago, or maybe a month or so ago. Waverly Willis of Urban Cuts. He truly is one of his barbershops are Cleveland's premier professional barbershops here in the greater Cleveland area. And apparently this gentleman, Al Ferguson, I ain't gonna call him no gentleman, he's an asswipe, okay? Al Ferguson went into Waverly's barbershop to get a haircut and did not have enough money. So what does this guy do? You're reading it right here. Attempted murder. He pulls out a gun and starts shooting inside the barbershop. Now, I didn't want to show it on YouTube because they will flag you for that kind of violence, but this is in real time. You can check it out on Urban Cuts. That's Cuts with a K and a Z, and you can check it out. This man, this booty wipe, Al Ferguson, he's wanted. He's probably going to be caught. He may have been caught right now. You can see in the video, Cheryl, the guy actually left. So when he put out the gun, you could hear the barber saying to him, "You're gonna kill me over a haircut." And the guy pulls out the gun like, "Yeah, I'm gonna kill you." And the other guys in the barbershop is like, just leave. Take the haircut and go. The barber leaves. I mean, he literally hightails it up out the barbershop. And what does this butt white do? He shoots at the guy. Cheryl, what are your thoughts? I mean, Black folk at an all-time low. Now I talked to brother Abdullah, right? And he says, in his opinion, that this stuff is definitely has its roots in the MAGA movement. And so I was like, what? And he said, yeah, I mean, I ain't never heard of nobody going, I mean, unless the barber was like a drug dealer, you heard some crazy stuff like that. But ain't no customer going to no barber shop trying to kill somebody because they can't afford a haircut. What are your thoughts about this situation and this he's a young guy. He ain't no old guy either.
And believe me, I don't think it was over the 15, 20 bucks. He wanted to get some aggression out. He wanted to do that. And it's so unfortunate because, of course, then, because the thought process of people who do that, you go to prison because for killing somebody over a haircut. Obviously, you didn't want to remain going where you wanted it, where you were going, because when you kill somebody and now it's attempted murder, now you're going to prison. So now you're not going to be going to wherever you said you were going. It's just so unfortunate that that's how we solve our problems. And he's a troubled young man. And I'm so glad my brothers were okay. Thank goodness.
Yeah, and they walked out. The guy, the barber that he didn't want to pay, he left, and I believe he is safe. But this man, he is truly he is definitely going down in history as America's most wanted. He's going to be caught. His face is everywhere, even right here on America's favorite podcast about Afro hair. We're not for this in our industry. I mean, can you share with us right quick what you were saying about the Distinguished League of Gentlemen, for the barbers, and what that meant to you? I like the way you kind of word that about the esteem of the barbershop in the Black community.
Yeah, obviously the barbers were different in our father's generation. And that one of the reasons why most Black barbers still do, and they're attracted to the art form, because it is an art form and it is a cultural staple of men who sign on to have a wonderful and symbiotic, code of conduct with their communities. And this League of Extraordinary Gentlemen do pour in. They supply jobs. They give Black men a place to be comfortable, to be themselves, and to have it violated. Like that is
so true. That is something that the barbershop does provide, for the community.
Yeah. And so to have it, violated like that. And I think that especially Black men, barbers too, they must band together. This is probably an underbelly, an undercurrent of something much more of a problem. And we just got to deal with it as an industry and deal with it as community partners. Okay. So hopefully we can definitely get that together.
Well, let me just say this. If you live in the greater Cleveland area and Al Ferguson, his peeps, his homies, his sweetie pie, his boo thing, his mama, his daddy, his grandma, his auntie, y'all tell this guy to turn himself in. He did not have to do that. Waverly, I can't think of a more stand-up person. I mean, you really can't be in Cleveland and not really know who Waverly is. And I don't mean this in a facetious way. I mean, Waverly is truly.
He's put in the time. He's put in the time. He's committed.
Yeah.
And he has put his likeness and his heart and his brains and his money where his mouth is. And he is now participating and contributing. And he supplied a wonderful place. The barbershop is the Black man's country club. It should not be violated and degraded like that. We need to get that handled. Absolutely.
Yes. And so far, I believe every single television station and radio station, the APB, even police officers are going. I've seen it on social media. They are letting this person know, bro, you in a lot of trouble and you won't be able to escape this one. So if anybody knows who this person is, you know what they say, don't try to approach them. Don't be trying to be superhero. Just go on and call 911 and say, yo, Al up on the block. He down the way, wherever he's at. I just saw him. You know, turn this brother in. Waverly and those gentlemen working in those barbershops did not deserve this. And just, I think, who was that put it in the chat, which made a really, really good point. And because some people may not be aware the truth of the matter is, and you're right, Kay, you can go to that's what barber schools and cosmetology schools are for. If you're in a pinch or a pickle, go to the schools, and it's a lot of talent in those places, and you don't have to do this. So if you're just feeling, you know, what we say, in between blessings, and you really got to get your look good on, don't be an idiot like this man here and go into no barbershop and get some service done and pull out a gun and literally fire it off and try to kill people. That is attempted murder. So if you know this person.
Right, and to be honest with you, I'm glad he at least was in a barbershop of adult men. Because who knows? Because the adult in the room said, you know, he left. Young kid may want to stand toe to toe with them. You know what I mean?
They had a real shootout. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. So again, if you see this person, don't try to apprehend them. Don't be, I know. Just go ahead on and call 911 and turn this person in, and let's help Waverly out. So Waverly, you have our support here. I even offered, hey, we have to pitch in and put some money in and say, hey, we got
he hurt his business. I mean, I'm sure there was customers.
Yeah. So we got to put some money up to turn this cat in. We'll do it. You got my vote. So I'll put some money in to help turn this fool in. So, hey, in the meantime, if you know this guy, if you see him, call the police, 911. Do not try to approach this cat. All right. So there you have it. All right. So speaking of the Extraordinary League of Gentlemen in the barbering world, we know that Cheryl's dad is definitely one of those persons. And when you look at where's my picture of your, here he is in the white. I love this white jacket here. So here Cheryl's dad seeing barbers in another light. I just can't see somebody, you know, doing that to Dr. Morrow, of all the wonderful things that he's done. So in addition to creating hair care products and education around Afro Hair Science, he also has done a great job as the architect of many tools that has helped to make our careers a lot more easier and a lot more in the area of problem solving. So tonight we're going to talk about that, and it's all about the combs. So let's hop right into it. Now, if combs are your thing or not your thing, then this is the podcast for you. And again, we are 132 episodes, and we're talking about this modern pattern of the comb and why we should use it. However, there's a big push that says don't use combs. So here's a video that's really going to capture why people like, this is why I don't use combs. All right, this is a funny one. Here we go. That TikTok. So starting off right there, Cheryl, this is why people do not like to use combs, because they hurt. So let's start off this topic today about the top 3 reasons why people hate combs. Is number 1, that video right there, they hurt. Number 2, the teeth always break. How many people have combs in their pockets, you know, in their drawers, in their cabinets, where the teeth are missing? So that's 1, they hurt. 2, the teeth are always popping out. And then number 3, you just can't even get the combs through the hair. So that video captures the top 3 complaints about the comb. So Cheryl, let's start off right there. what's going on with the combs today and people not combing hair and the reality of those three things when it comes to the comb. Now, I know your dad has a different take, so we're going to build up to your father. But right now, what's your take on that? Those three principles right there. That's why I like to comb my hair.
Okay, so if you don't like to comb your hair,
or won't use a comb.
Right. So if you don't use a comb on day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7. Well, 7 is supposed to be the Sabbath. You're supposed to rest on that day. And then you get to the 8th. What do you think? The comb is out of the equation at that point. And I know people will say they don't like to comb their hair. They don't like to comb their hair because of the comb hurts. They don't like combing their hair because they don't like the way it feels. That's why you're supposed to comb it out day 1, day 2, braid it out and plait it, and to make sure.
It takes so much time, sure.
So it takes so much.
Go to work. I mean,
no.
I'm playing devil's advocate. I got all this. My hair is big, like Shaka Khan. Come on now. How many people in the chat can relate? It's a Trish. You got a lot of hair. I mean, look at Trish's hair. This is a lot of hair. And somebody might be like, "Girl, I ain't about to be messing around with that hair like that."
Okay, well then.
Here's Trish's hair. You got this much hair.
All you got to do is cut it off. Best solution. Because if you tried to comb it at day 8, then it's about the hair. It ain't about no comb.
But culturally, we didn't use combs. You know what I'm saying? We're Africans, and we just let it free.
And where was the first?
Let it be.
And where was the first comb?
I know that, but today
I know.
I'm being the esoteric sister.
Grooming tools, because the comb ain't the only grooming tool. Okay, the grooming tools came out of the continent of Africa because we do what? Grooming and hygiene. That's what we do. So in the African perspective, you don't wait until day 8 unless it's plaited.
But what about letting it just be free? I mean, I just want my coils to resonate with the ethers and the sun and the. Y'all feeling me? Nobody's feeling me.
No, not combing your hair is not an art form. Not combing your hair is not a hairstyle. It's not grooming. It's not adorning. It's not beautifying. It's not Afrocentric.
It's new. It's called natural and unbothered because white people don't comb their hair.
Well, then it ain't got nothing to do with the comb. Then your comb's going to be missing teeth. And then you're going to be going back and forth in the seat of the car. Then your baby will have a bad and negative connotations and connections to grooming tools because of your lack of grooming. It has a tangle only is created when you have neglect. A tangle, hard to comb, extremely tangled, matted, knots, that is neglect. That has nothing to do with the fact that you tender-headed. It ain't got nothing to do with the fact that none of that.
So you don't think tender-headedness is real?
No.
Whoa, Cheryl, you about to make us lose some brownie points, no pun intended. How many people that agree with Cheryl that tender-headedness is not real? Now, I don't know, Cheryl, because I used to be like, I used to get cracked upside my head. I thought tender-headedness was real, but okay, let's see what the chat say. VK says finger detangling can only do so much. You need a comb to really get the tangles out. So now we're down to up to tender-headedness. Real Root says it's neglect. That's period. I thought tender-headedness was real because it hurt. You know, it does hurt.
But I want you guys to read the Google version of it.
Google. Okay, I'm about to Google tender headedness. Okay, let's see what the white man. That's what they call Google. Somebody told me you're gonna go to the real other white man. Okay, so tender headed. I don't know if that's gonna be one word. Oh, here it is. Tender headed meaning. Okay, here we go. All right, so here we go. All right, Cheryl says, "Don't cook it up.
Look it up.
Look it up." All right, so here we go. Here is Google's explanation of the meaning of tender headedness or tender headed. Okay. All right. Let me just get it really big here for you guys. All right. Here you go. Tender headed means having a scalp that is sensitive to touch, brushing, pulling, or other types of tension. It's especially noticeable when trying to fix or brush hair. Scalp tenderness can have many causes, including skin disorders, tension headaches, infections, and dandruff.
Do any of you Negroes had that shit held to the damn knob?
It do hurt.
Your ass ain't had that shit. You didn't have none of them issues. You didn't want to get your damn hair combed.
Oh, so why you gotta say it like that? It's so much better when you say having a scalp that is sensitive to touch. Don't y'all think that sounds so much nicer?
Hell no.
Oh my gosh, Cheryl.
Well, wait a minute. Go read it some more.
All right, hold on. Let me. I got. Okay.
Gonna start talking crap
All
about
right.
you.
All right, hold on. Let me come on out of this. Let me stop sharing. Cheryl said, move the mouse down. I'm going to move the mouse down, and we're going to see what else this has to say about. Now, don't y'all chicken out on me. Don't y'all leave me hanging here, because I kind of feel that the tender-headedness is real. Cheryl says it just basically boils down to you just not getting the hair combed. All right, you're just not combing your hair. All right, Cheryl, here's the end of what this has to say. I don't know if you're going to like it, but this is what the end of this. Now, this is Google is explaining the meaning of tender-headed. All right. So in conclusion, Cheryl, Google says, if you have long-lasting or painful scalp tenderness, you should consult a doctor. They may prescribe a medicine, cream, ointment, wash, shampoo, rinse, or conditioner to help treat the scalp. So move your hands from in front of your face. Now we're trying to help our peoples out. This is America's favorite podcast about Afro hair. Sandra says, take the opportunity to hit that thumbs up button. If you agree with Cheryl that there is no such thing as tender-headedness, I actually thought it was real. But Cheryl, you say what to the end of that explanation?
Okay. Then it go on to say, having a tender head means being sensitive to touch, brushing, pulling, or any other type of tension. This is especially noticeable when brushing or fixing the child's hair. I remember mama brushing my hair as a child and being in tears before we even got started.
Guilty.
Okay, so that mama didn't even touch it yet. Your ass was
because you know it was gonna hurt, and then you get cracked upside your. How many people got cracked upside their head with that damn goody brush? They used to be abusive with that. I'm gonna give you something to cry for.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. How's your scalp these days?
It's okay. I survive. Hoorah!
No. I'm just saying.
No, my scalp is fine. I don't have any scalp issues or conditions. I'll be honest. I don't have it.
You didn't have any.
Sure, it hurted. I know y'all like, Kilolo, you bugging. I'm telling y'all, I wish my brother was here. I used to run up underneath the bed, and my brother used to peel my fingers. Remember back in the day, they had them big old wooden, like these beds today ain't got shit on the beds from back in the day. And the post was about as thick as this mic right here. And my brother used to have to peel my fingers, you know. And I was like, Lord, I used to be praying to God, God help me, Lord Jesus help me. And Cheryl, you say, so what's the pain that we feeling then? What's the pain that we?
Let me just say this. I heard Miss Tasha, the auntie hair coach, say that, and I'm like, come on, y'all, come on. All right, so y'all say.
Okay, so let's see what the chat says. All right, we gonna see. We about to find out. Cheryl says, I don't know about that. All right, let's see if we got crickets in the chat. Ooh, that chat is moving. All right.
So ironic that y'all tender.
Yeah, so everybody's in the chat saying,
yeah, then why don't
y'all? Yes, tender-headed's got to be real.
It ain't real.
I thought it was a thing. Oh, here we got one here. I thought tender-headed, and you still are. I'm with you, Miss Kilolo. Okay, let's see. Michelle Allen is Yate is like her mom was a stylist, and there was no such thing. So Yate is down with Cheryl that there's no such thing.
These are the same people who don't say ouch getting their hair shampooed. These are the same Black folks that don't get scalp manipulations. These are the same that love to scratch dandruff off they skin. Ooh, scratch my. Y'all, come on now. Yeah, come on now.
All right. Instagram is crickets over here. They like, we ain't saying no. What's up, IG? We see y'all. How y'all doing? What's going on LinkedIn? LinkedIn is a little quiet. Okay. So here we go. Michelle says, just started being tender-headed again. You know, I've had grown people and men cry. I mean, I thought it was a real phenomenon, but at the end of the day, Cheryl says this is actually a result of this.
What condition were their hair in?
No, it's just, man, it was not combed. I mean, it just wasn't.
So we gonna say tender-headed instead of saying it was nappy. Damn, I mean, it's like, come on, yo, we got to stop.
It's what they call it, psychosomatic. Where all my therapists at? They like, cut it out. Where the William Glasser MD reality therapy people? Holla at your girl. Cheryl says, nah, y'all better go ahead and cut that out. So here are some solutions. Okay,
y'all got PTSD.
Yeah, post-traumatic comb disorder, post-traumatic tender-headed disorder. That'll make it in the DSM-4, or is it 5 right about now? All right, so we got the tender-headed. Basically, at the end of the day, Shirley's correct. It really is about just not on that regimen of keeping that hair combed. The tugging, the pain. Do you just get used to it over a period of time, or does the scalp?
Wait a minute. People who are tender-headed love locks, and y'all love braids. Y'all. I'm a professor. You ain't gonna tell me nothing. You're not gonna just tell me any damn thing. Love getting y'all hair done. Love putting them tight ass French braid, French rolls, and
hold this right here.
Rolls and individuals and lock.
Hold your hair still.
I'll be the first one to say I see a person who just got their hair locked and it's all up in a bunch. Shit look like it hurt.
Everybody be like the Gap Band. Oops, upside the head. Say oops, upside the head. Okay. So at the end of the day, it boils down to comb that hair. Comb that hair regularly.
Comb your hair regularly.
All right.
Every night.
All right. So here's a comb that someone has invented that says this person is going to invent a comb that can last you a lifetime and you can pass down from generation to generation. We're going to give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. You guys ready? Thumbs up or thumbs down, an invention of a comb that can be passed down from generation to generation.
This ordinary comb is very easy to damage, leading us to buy combs often. So, I invented the super comb. The design is very human. It is made of stainless steel. We can comb our hair for the rest of our lives without damaging the comb. When we die, we can continue to leave it to future generations, so our descendants can also not have to buy combs. Very easy to use.
AKA,
All right.
I just knocked off Mr. Morrow's folding phone. Damn.
All right.
And I bet you he 3D printed that, because that was in steel.
That was in steel. Okay. Look at Kay. Our naps need attention too. Okay. Ooh, you guys is gangster on here. Who they like is napping. Why are you so happy when your hair is so nappy? Ooh,
And wait a minute. And wait a minute. And some black person will get that content, right? They'll get that content and say, "Oh my God, a comb that folds." We had the fold comb, Afro comb in the 60s.
All right.
We
All
had
right. All right. I'm going to look that up. But in the meantime, give that comb a thumbs up, a thumbs down. Cheryl, what do you say about the steel comb that can be passed down from generation to generation and it's going to last a lifetime?
the last
thumbs
time
up or thumbs down?
I know, thumbs down. The last time I checked, plastic is not recyclable.
That was made out of steel.
Plastic is not recyclable. Neither is steel.
Oh, I thought plastic was. Look at my face. I'm like, what you talking about? Here I go.
A certain kind of plastic is, unless you make it out of recyclable plastic, but plastic is not recyclable. So see.
What you talking about, huh?
I thought all plastic was recyclable. Hit that thumbs up button. I did, but go ahead.
Well, right? Wouldn't be floating in the middle of the ocean.
Oh, I thought that was Puerto Rico. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. You're gonna get the channel. Okay.
According to Donald Trump and them, that would be Puerto Rico. Come on, that's why I hit that thumbs up button. That's what they say now. Wow, you learn something new every day. At least I did. I thought all plastic was recyclable, but then upon further inspection, she's correct. It's not Puerto Rico. That's the shit floating in the middle of the ocean. It's actually unrecyclable plastic. I hope number 45 got that. Okay. All right. So, and neither is steel. Steel is not recyclable. I didn't know that either.
Which means nature can't decompose it.
All right. It can't be decomposed. Okay, so we got a thumbs down. Woo, you guys is gangster out here.
And wait a minute. And what else is not recyclable?
Okay, what else is not recyclable? Plastic, steel is not recyclable. Let's see. What is not recyclable? I'm looking around. Paper?
No, that's wood. No, paper's yeah.
Paper is recyclable. Okay.
We need one more.
That's what she thought on her polyester. She thought. Okay, we don't know. Okay,
Hair.
I was gonna say hair. I swear I was, but I was scared to say it. Hair is not recyclable. Okay, but now I'm gonna show you guys a picture. Cheryl says the comb that he's bragging about that he invented. Cheryl said, "Cut the nonsense. Stop it, Judy. We already did that before. So there it is." I remember this pic. Oh man, I wanted one.
That one came 15 years after Mr. Morrow. You got to put in.
Okay, let me go back.
Yeah, but that's a version of it.
That's a version of it. Okay, all right.
Just put in Willie Morrow Afro comb. So that version, but the version that the guy just copied is Mr. Morrow's version.
All right. Sorry, guys. Okay, so we're getting it. We're getting it. Okay, I'm going to look that up. So now we're going to move on. We're getting a little bit closer. Let me look up. You said put Dr. Willie Morrow's fold Afro comb.
Right.
Okay, let's do this a little bit better.
So you can see how they just stole the design and then gonna sell it back to you. That's the evolution of relaxers. It's the same. They just take your shit, and that's it.
Okay, it did not come up. Just the Teeze comb came up. Let me take our fold and just put Afro comb. Let's see if that'll pop up.
Afro combs. There's several.
With the S. Okay, with the S. All right, there we go. Let's try it. Let's see what comes up. Oh, yeah. Hold on.
Did you go to images?
Yeah, I'm definitely okay. She's gonna find it and she's gonna. Oh, here it is. I seeded it. All right. What she say? Don't cook it up. Look it up. All right. So here I found the image and she's gonna pick out. Show us exactly that everything old is what new again. That's what our parents would always say to us. So here is some images of some combs that your dad has a patent for, and you guys can see it right here. First, there it is, the pioneer of combs. So I guess would be this one right here. Is that correct?
I can't see it, but
oh, okay. So there is a comb that folds on the inside.
Right.
Yeah. So there it is. So I actually remember that comb. I really do. I remember that comb because I wanted one of those as well. Okay. But there you have it. Everything old is new again, but he is the originator, the progenitor of the various combs that you see here that are all now knockoffs today. That's kind of crazy. But like Cheryl said, we had it first, but I guess we just wasn't satisfied, huh, Cheryl?
Well, we just got to be a lot more appreciative of the contributions that we do. That all they do is take what you guys did about 30, 45 years ago, boom, and then come back and say, look what we did. And because, of course, they think you forget or you don't know.
Michelle Alice said her brother had one of those. Our homegirl, our Nova Scotia Beauty, says she remembers that one too. So these things have been around for quite some time. So that gadget gets a thumbs down on all platforms. Nobody is agreeing with that one. So here is our next video as we build up to Dr. Morrow's comb. Now remember this one, the bone comb. Now this one is very popular in the hair salon. Everybody wants a bone comb. Here we go.
Bone, what is it? Bakelite, the first thermoplastic made from synthetic ingredients. Bakelite jewelry is still very popular and collectible, and it was invented in 1907 by none other than Leo Baekeland. And that's what you did in 1907 when you were a man and you invented something. You named it after yourself. The actual chemical name is polyoxybenzylmethylene hydride. I haven't memorized it. This material was the first material used in circuit boards and is still used in some circuit boards today. You're going to find that it is the most heat-resistant and non-static producing comb you've ever used. These are awesome for heat styling, and a cool thing about them is that they were made in a similar manner to the way that the bone and ivory combs were made back then. It's actually formed from a single sheet of bakelite that has then been carved into the shape of a comb. And so if you get a close-up look of it, you can see this sort of rustic, almost handmade kind of quality from it, because each individual bone comb has to be carved and created from a saw.
All right. So there you have it, the bone comb. Every hairstylist wants a bone comb. They're now affectionately called carbon combs. They're just black now. So he talked about that particular comb helps reduce his static. Do you remember those?
Wait. That goes against the natural thing. That's not a bone comb. You get the bone combs from the Gambia, Ivory Coast, Senegal. That's not a bone comb. That's synthetic.
He's right. That's what he's saying. He said they came up with this because they didn't want to be taking the ivories from the elephants. So they have this synthetic poly something that's.
Aren't y'all worried about that seeping into your scalp?
It's not natural. Go kill an elephant, damn it, and get me a bone comb.
Aren't
That's
y'all
what
worried about all that the chemical, especially when y'all got it in the chemical too, and
because that is you can't get more synthetic than a bone, BOHN, bone
and
comb name.
it's not a bone. It's a comb.
Yeah, and that,
Oh,
but that's
I'm
the.
sorry.
Oh, that's yeah. He can name it after himself, but Dr. Morrow can't do that. You know what I'm saying? All right. Samantha says she remembers that one too. All right. So yeah, those are very popular. So thumbs up or thumbs down on the synthetic bone, BOHN, named after the person who created them from some fancy poly something. Do you like the bone, BOHN comb? Is that a thumbs up or a thumbs down? There we have it. I know in the hairstyling world, they are extremely popular. Everybody comes in and they want the comb. Somebody said a glass comb. I'm not familiar with the glass comb. Are you sure? They're over on Instagram talking about glass
I'm familiar with gemstones.
Gemstones. Okay. Never heard of a gemstone comb. Okay. It could happen. It could happen. All right. So there you have it. Glass stones, aka glass combs, aka gemstone combs are good. I do have these combs. I think they're fine. They are heat resistant, but it got a thumbs down and it got a thumbs down. Okay, Dion, y'all like, nope. I do. I have one. I think they're all right. They are heat resistant, but okay. All right. She says she likes hard rubber seamless combs. Okay, sure. What's your take on rubber combs?
One of the things that he mentioned, he mentioned the transfer of electrons causes static. So that's one of the reasons why you have to understand when you're dealing with synthetics versus things like plastics and things, because they cause static or electrostatic, actually. So that's why rubber and I like wooden. The wood.
You like wooden combs? Okay.
Nylon styrene. It's mine.
Okay, nylon styrene or wooden comb. I haven't heard of wooden combs. When I was in the Gambia, I thought that would be good. Import, export, combs out. The wooden combs in the Gambia. Oh my God! But I wasn't able to make it happen. Maybe if we go back again, maybe we could make that happen. So I agree with you. Wooden combs are definitely very, very, very good. The carbon combs, yeah. So the carbon combs is the same as the bone comb. But first, I don't know that they're made out of carbon. I don't know that to be true, but they feel a lot like the bone, BOHN combs. All right, so here,
they just paint them black.
Yeah, I think I must see. I had a feeling. Okay, so here you go. So this is the comb that I grew up with. Was the DuPont. If you did not have a DuPont comb, then you wasn't getting your hair comb. Everybody was into those black, remember those black DuPont combs? Everybody was just like loving the DuPonts. Cheryl was like, but the DuPonts were not some good people. It turned out to be some very bad people. DuPonts and Goody combs were the combs that I grew up with. So there you have it. So if you remember the combs that you had growing up with, then by all means, drop that in the chat so we can see what you're talking about there. But those are the combs that I grew up with, Goody and DuPont. Okay. But Cheryl says say it again. What type you said it was pretty good?
Yeah, I like a well distributed kind of nylon styrene or wood.
All right. Okay. I got a bootleg shout out. The Wright comb. That's right. Now that was a name. Okay. I didn't actually invent a comb, but it was named after me. Compliments of Rev Air. That is a great comb. I may add. It's actually a carbon copy of Dr. Willie Morrow's comb, admittedly. Okay. So here we go. Okay. Dion says she liked the carbon combs too. All right. We're pretty good. But Sir Pooh, what kind of combs do you like? And now we're going to get into, this is the comb. Cheryl brought this into our salon last year, and when I tell you she rocked our world, I ain't gonna lie, baby, she rocked our world. And this right here is her father's, none other than the legendary patented Dr. Willie Morrow Eze Teeze comb. And she shared with you guys that this one is made out of hemp. And so Cheryl, let's talk about, I have the patent that we can pull up. So let's talk about this comb here that your father patented. So let's go there. Let's go there while I pull up the image.
Okay. Well, okay. The patent number is right there on the comb.
Oh, I was just going to put the picture so people, because it's just kind of versus me holding it up. All right, here we go, guys. So I do have, now this is the, just in case y'all want to, think she's lying. There it is, the patent number. You see that PAT? That's my phone number on there, 777-9311. Call me sometime. I might take you out to dinner, Sir Pooh. Whoop, whoop. Okay, so it is truly patented. And so here's the design you can see here on the teeth, this handle. And we swear by this comb at the Revis Design Team Hair Salon. It is a top seller. It outsells the Wright comb, admittedly so. So let's talk about, let me just pull up the actual image so we can share with you guys the patented Eze Teeze comb. And Cheryl's going to break this down. This is not a comb that you're going to go to the beauty supply store. No, ma'am, that is not going to happen. You can't do that. Ain't that right, Cheryl? All right. So break
science.com.
All right, so here we go. Here is the patent over here. So let's break down the Eze Teeze comb patented by none other than your dad, Dr. Willie Morrow.
Okay, I got a couple of here. So if you put up the screen big, I know y'all can, because I can barely see that.
Okay,
see a little better.
I can make it a little bit bigger while you're talking. Go ahead, start talking. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger.
Well, the patent is in the teeth design, because the teeth or the prongs is created, or the terminals. I'm sorry, the right word, and I don't know if you guys know, but the teeth on combs are not called teeth or prongs. They're called terminals.
What? That dang on.
They're called terminals.
All right, here we go. Let me show. I got the picture up. They're not called teeth. Don't. Hey, you're not gonna get this anywhere else. This is why this is America's favorite podcast about Afro hair. They are not called teeth on a comb. They are called terminals. Okay. Wow. Okay.
All right.
All right.
And because Mr. Morrow had to study African comb design, and he needed to understand, specifically what combs, what the function was from the African perspective. And he wanted to make the teeth more conducive to the actual coil pattern of what we call Afro curly hair. And so the patent in and of itself, and why that particular, because you just could not just patent random combs. You can put it in a bag and trademark the whole package, but you could not really patent what was already ubiquitous, okay, and what was already public domain. So Mr. Morrow decided to say, well, I'm going to make a comb to naturally fit in the hands of Black people. So that's why you have that hump going near the handle, because that's supposed to fit in your hand where your finger is supposed to go, okay? And the curve underneath the handle is where your fingers is supposed to grip, okay? So he wanted to make a comb that was quite anatomically specific to Black people, okay, or in the African diaspora and in the continent, okay. And so he created that tail curve so it can make it easier for us to part, so it can have a wider curvature, okay? So you can have your hair be able to fit into that loop instead of taking the front end of the comb and not having a lot of space to split your partings. Okay, that's why he created that. Okay, all righty. And he also wanted that design to mimic a curl. Okay, so that particular handle is part of the golden mean, which means the golden proportion, which is a mathematical kind of cosmic, very African in that particular symbol, was very cosmic to Mr. Morrow. And those particular teeth. So by the time he wrote this patent, I mean, he got this patent probably very quick. And yes, it is utility, but it's not pending, and it's a permanent one. And those particular teeth, okay, are the curvature of the and then there's a circle at the bottom. You notice that the circle at the bottom of those teeth are not square. Though the bottom of that comb those teeth are circles. Okay. And so he was trying to get and create a comb that mimicked the texture of the tightest to the loosest Afrocentric hair texture. But most important, turn the comb over. And this is most important about this comb. Yeah, right there at the base.
Oh.
At the base where the handle is.
Oh.
Where the name is showing. Right. That is the most important. That is the most important because Mr. Morrow said, if I brand the identity and the name and my name in that comb, my people will not buy combs for their hair that do not send money to a Black person. So you notice all combs, bone combs, all the combs you guys use, you don't know where they're made. That is purposeful because you don't know that you're combing your hair, what you're putting in your hair, what you're putting in your energy. You are sending that same monetary energy to people who do not have your interests. And so Mr. Morrow said, I will put my name on that comb so they will know that they will not be combing their hair with a comb that is financed and money going out of their community, going out of their economics, going out of their interests, going out of their culture, going out of their heritage, going out of their history, and being able to finance something. And so he wanted you to know that that was a Black manufactured comb that he created that says inside of the patent that this was created for, especially for your texture. All Mr. Morrow's combs has his name on it. All of them.
That is, whoo. That is
that has a Black man's name on it. In all of his beauty tools, he never created a beauty tool. So you will know, even when you take it out of the package, when you have it laying down, you'll never forget that this comb is Black owned, Black created, Black influenced. This money that when you buy this comb goes back to a Black family. That was very important for him, and that is where branding comes from. It comes from making your mark, putting your mark on the very item that you sell, so your people can know this is who this comb is. Because once you take those combs out of the packages, and one of the reasons why it's very important. I don't care how Black you are. I don't care how Black you sound. I don't care how Black your education was. I don't care if you talk and you Pan-African with all that fancy Afrocentric, talk you guys do. Doesn't make a difference. Y'all bought that Afro comb with that fist on it. And that was never made by black people. You guys have sent many Chinese and many Mexicans to college for generations buying what? Symbolism. And so that comb, because once you take it out of the bag, you don't know if it's made in Canada, Antarctica, Taiwan, China, Argentina.
You have no idea.
You don't know where it's made. Nobody claims, no one's name is on it, but Mr. Morrow, because he was the first one that created Afro comb commerce in North America, not Africa, because it was already there. He said, I am not the father of the Afro comb. I am the father of the Afro comb commerce in North America. So my people could go in stores and buy them, because prior to 1964, you couldn't.
All right. And again, I will take a moment out right now. If you like that content, don't forget, Sandra E and Cheryl and WK says it's time to do what? Show them, Cheryl.
Pump me on. Pump me on.
Now, we do have some new people in the chat, and whenever I get the opportunity to share some information about Dr. Willie Morrow, I have my favorite clip on hand by none other than Dr. Beth Bailey, whose entire career as a historian, for the Army, the Armed Forces. This is one of her many presentations where she highlights the work of Dr. Willie Morrow, because one of my jobs that I had to do in writing and the directing and producing the narrative about Dr. Willie Morrow is that, you got to vet and make sure that the stories that Cheryl was sharing with me about her dad was true. And as a documentarian, we're often charged with the task of, you have to find someone in real time who can say if what that person is telling you is true. So in other words, you got to have receipts. So it's one thing for Cheryl to show me her pictures, because, that's her dad, but I had to find real people. And when you watch the documentary right here on the Afro Hair Science YouTube channel, you will see this. But here's a clip from Dr. Beth Bailey that's proving that everything Cheryl just said about her dad, how he made the comb, why he made the comb, and how the Army contracted with him, fulfilled a contract with him to travel the world to teach this Afro hair science. So if you are new, I hope you enjoyed this clip, and don't forget to hit that like button, share the content, and if you've seen it before, then this will validate what you already know. So here we go. Dr. Beth Bailey has this to say about Cheryl's dad, Dr. Willie Morrow.
Leaders recognized that PX stock was aimed primarily at white soldiers and their families, and that many black soldiers and their families felt ignored. They felt like they were not being treated as full members in the Army. The shelves on PXs were filled with shampoos that promised to bring out the natural highlights and the softness of hair. That wasn't welcoming. So they solved the problem that was within their sphere. The first thing they did was to identify a, quote, urgent requirement to improve hair cutting for black customers, afros. They located a black barber from San Francisco who had written about styling black hair, and they sent him traveling around U.S. military installations, Army installations all over the world. He spent 3 weeks in Germany and England, where he taught 750 barbers and 300 beauticians. And then he did a 40-day whirlwind tour of Alaska, Hawaii, and Southeast Asia. He taught barbers how to cut black hair. This is him teaching barbers in Tokyo. I gave this a version of this talk in Tokyo in January, and had a lot of requests for copies of this photograph. Afros, they're sort of modified, but at least they were teaching the proper tools and techniques, and they were guaranteeing that they wouldn't be charged more for afros than white soldiers were charged for regulation haircuts. It wasn't going to be a specialty haircut. It was just a haircut.
Powerful. So here is her dad. Now, I'm going to tell you, before Cheryl you guys got a 101, course, and Dr. Willie Morrow's Eze Teeze comb. But what Cheryl did was very unique when she came to our salon, was she gave all of us one of these to use, and just to see how we, the stylists and our customers, would respond. So you know me, typical hater, right? Don't need no hateration, doceration. So I was like, this comb is not gonna get through all this thick hair we be doing. The teeth too short, and what is up with this little squiggly shit? What the hell Dr. Morrow was thinking, And it looks funny. It's brown, it ain't all shiny and black, very superficial. So all of us, at different times we were using the comb. Oh my God. It was like, we were like this. Did you see that? And Cheryl was just sitting back like, the world is mine. Step back. It was just amazing. I mean, to watch what the hair will do when you comb this, the base of the comb and how the coily hair responds to the comb, the way it kind of catches the hair, it doesn't actually just kind of rips through the hair. When we went to part with this, you know how you take the rat tail comb and we just be trying to I mean, every time you put this in the hair, look at this, y'all. It's like bam. You don't have to. When you use the rat tail comb, you have to keep going back. Y'all know we be like,
yeah, you do.
Y'all know what I'm talking about. But you take this comb right here, check this out, Sir Pooh, and you put it on there. Look at that, y'all. And it's like, bam. It doesn't matter if it's on afro hair or straight hair or softer, because my texture isn't as tight. But I'm here to tell you, baby, that part was straight, and it wasn't like, how we be like, y'all tell hold your hand still. Me, stop it. You're not gonna get that with this comb. Now, we are going to upload the link where you guys can get this on the Afro Hair Science YouTube, Afro Hair Science Summit website. So we're going to put that up there and make these available for you. And Cheryl, what is this made out of again before I go on with my explanation? You talked about it.
That one's hemp.
Okay. Why hemp?
I just like the fact that we could be the first Black people on the planet to turn their own combs into a very natural grass.
Okay.
Very sustainable, and I think that it was very forward and innovative. These are the styrene. This is black.
Okay. Styrene. Get your polyester on. All right. And as you can see, you can, and it feels really, really good. I mean, it's a really nice comb. It's a different experience at the hair salon, the party. It makes a great convert. It sells itself. So if you're into retail, maybe you've never sold retail in your hair salon before, you want to start off, or maybe you're just a customer like, well, I don't know if I want to, it's really it's a great, to me, a milestone comb for your children when they start to learn how to comb their own hair. You should get one. We sold them out. I mean, as soon as we got them in, shoop, they all went right off the shelf. Nobody had any argument. The teeth are pretty sturdy. They can break if you're just a little bit aggressive, but provided you just don't snatch through your hair.
That's a soft hemp. And these are, and then of course we do, Mr. Morrow, and I thought it would be to make them with health awarenesses. And so this is a pink one. This is for breast cancer. So we do comb with the cause.
Comb with the cause.
We go in there.
We get a lot of applause for that one. We need to do that. If you guys have all these fundraisers, you can buy these and raise money for your organization or your cause. I like that. So you're just so slick with it. Comb with the cause. Oh, look at the nails. Look at the blue wave.
No doubt.
Okay.
And then too, but the most important part is that in the months prostate cancer, or we may have even we did this one, the black ones, we did violence, and we went to the barbershop and we talked about gun violence, and we talked about this in the barbershops and hair salons to bring awareness. So in every month of October, over thousands of salons, They celebrate just like the NFL. You see the little, pink sneakers. You'll see people in the salon combing pink for the month of October.
Now, here you have Yate, who served in the military, said PXs and exchanges. I'm not familiar with the lingo, but thank you so much. PX and exchanges have come a long way with being inclusive of hair care products for textured hair. There's no other person you can thank for that than her dad. So in real time, you guys are living, Black African-American history right here on the Afro Hair Science YouTube channel. And yes, you have got to order one. I will make sure we have them uploaded and ready for you guys to make a purchase. So they said a comb with the cause. Everybody's loving that. I think that's absolutely wonderful. They love the design. You can comb your naps with Dr. Morrow's comb. Sign me up. I'm telling you guys, it's a different experience to watch what the hair does when you actually comb your hair with it. And like I said, when Cheryl gave these to us, she didn't tell us how to use them. We just combed them. We all just kind of looked over and was like, did you see what I just saw? Did you see what I just saw? And so it was just a wonderful feeling. You can use them on wet hair, dry hair. The parts are always 100% perfect. And I thought that was wonderful. It does glide through the hair. It doesn't actually, get caught and all that other stuff. So this the real deal, Holyfield. Real talk. So I think it's unanimous that we're all going to give Dr. Morrow's comb a thumbs up. All right. So anything else you want us to know about the comb before we are going to upload it to the Afro Hair Science the Afro Hair Summit website so that you guys can make your purchase. Thank you, Cheryl. And also, if you are interested, if you have a cause and you want to use these combs to help, raise some money, sell all of the good stuff.
One of the good things that I wanted to just, sorry about that. But one thing
go ahead.
Is that before I was born, this comb was already designed. And it is important because the combs not only is it a symbol of many African cultures, but combs in the United States for Black people is especially important because of the 400 years without a comb story. But most importantly, that in 2000 and going into 2025, this patent and mold still can feed you and feed me. And that's why I keep telling everybody we are all heirs. And we are still making finance and money and still teaching this 60 years later. And that's why Beauty Legacy, and we are devoting this month to inventions. We've got to get into manufacturing. I just drive down 5 minutes to my own manufacturing plant and can make combs, can make rollers, and all that kind of stuff that is important for us to get into. Because once we get into manufacturing and once we get into the real good stuff of what the beauty industry represents, it don't matter who runs for president when you have your economy, when you can control your own destiny with your own finance, with your own gross domestic product. And for Black America, our hair, beauty, lightness, and image is our GDP. And so to be able to go down and just say, oh, one of the people on our podcast want to do an entrepreneur and they want the combs to be green, I can just do that. I ain't got to beg nobody. I ain't got to ask nobody. I ain't got to go to China. 5 minutes down the road. And at the end of the day, the point is that I can make tons of these, for 23 cents?
Come on, guys.
Sell them for even anywhere from 15 to 20, but that is profit.
They're worth, they're $13. And that's the going cost, you know, for a decent comb, and USD any hoot. You know, that is the going rate for a decent comb.
We
And
love you
so,
too, Luana.
yes, Luana, we most certainly love you. As always, these podcasts are very important to us. All of the support that we receive from Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram, they mean the world to us. Your advanced support of Cheryl's dad's comb, you know, sight untouched, because y'all seen them, but you guys haven't touched them. We most certainly appreciate them. If you have a comb, a cause that you want to use the comb for a cause for, you can email Cheryl at afrohairscience@gmail.com. And like she said, she can do this, guys. She's not going to China, Bangladesh. You know, ain't nobody using no child labor. You know, all the stuff y'all don't like, you know. It's FUBU. Sorry, Damon. It's made by us. It's FUBU. It's for us, by us. And so these are the things that you guys are talking about. And we gave you guys on both ends. You got a wholesale estimate, and then you have a retail cost. So there you have it. So somebody wants to know about the rollers also. Okay. We will have to do the rollers. It wasn't on our agenda, but
Right.
maybe we can squeeze that in. Y'all just gonna make us work, ain't y'all? What's up, Dion? Dion, like, girl, do the damn rollers. What the hell up? All right, Dion, for you, we're gonna rock those rollers, okay? And maybe next week, sure, we can squeeze in. We're gonna talk about the straightening comb, but for Dion said, I ain't about that straightening comb. She wants to know about those rollers. So we'll talk about some rollers that Cheryl's dad patented. I don't know if we still have access to those, but we'll talk about that. And Yate says the price is a great price. Yeah, so it's just $13. That's a, you know, $12.99 plus tax is what we sell them for at the Reverence Design Team Hair Salon. And Cheryl, she's a great person to do business with. So you guys are gonna love this. So again, we're talking about the Dr. Willie Morrow. Let me just put that patent up again in case you guys think we joking out here in these YouTube streets, because we ain't playing around. This is what we do, you know. We
can Google it.
I just want to show off, you know what I'm saying? I just want to,
right.
You know, I just want to go out, because you know, like, look, hey, WK, hey, Dion, I know the owner. You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to show off because I know the owner. You know what I'm saying? So there you have it. We are 132 episodes in, and we've talked to you guys about the comb. So here's a comb that truly is patented, and she's giving you the utility. She's giving us the language. What are these called again? They're not called teeth. What are they called again? Terminals. So run and tell it. You know what they say? Run and tell that. So they're not called teeth. They're called terminals. And you see the utility in the comb from the humps in it. That's all about gripping it. You also have the little hook on the end for parting. And then what was this? The circle was about what again? I don't want to mess that up. Grease.
That is his way of giving you, because when he designed it, it has to be, you know, because architecture is math and geometry is math. That is what we call the golden mean. Y'all want to Google it right quick?
All right, the golden mean. And then before we do that, remember the teeth. The base of the teeth are not square. They're in circles to help complement the texture of the hair. So I think that's pretty cool. And now we're going to, now when you say golden mean, is that MEAN as in mean? Okay, so don't cook it up. Look it up. I'm going to look up golden MEAN. Correct, Cheryl?
Mm-hmm.
Golden.
Y'all should know this, because y'all should know. Y'all, you know, come on now. We are beauty enthusiasts. We should know geometry. We should know geometry.
We should know geometry. Am I going to do the Britannica definition? Is that the one I'm going for, Cheryl?
No, boo-boo. You go to the images.
Oh, duh. Golden mean. Oh, sorry. Let me take that out. I put definition. Golden mean. All right. Let me take that out.
Golden mean. Just go to images.
Oh, here we go. All right. Hold your pennies. Hold your underwear. Get your pennies. Get your booty. Here we go. Golden mean. Let me just get this to. It's not. There we go. Share screen. All right, here we go. Golden Mean. That's MEAN. And there we have it. Oh boy, your dad's he is into some deep doggy boo-boo here. Okay. There it is. There it is. The golden mean. Okay, go ahead.
Right. And the definition.
Oh, I can't do both. I'll look that up.
The Giza Plateau is created in the golden mean. It's also called the golden proportion. Your fingers, your ears, your eyes is created out of the golden mean. It is a sacred geometry. It is duplicated in nature.
It says the golden mean is a philosophical concept that refers to the ideal of finding the middle ground between two extremes.
The geometry. Oh, or what you can do, they also call it, and see, this is what's important. And when you can put that up, you see the numbers, if you can just pull that screen up.
I have to come out of it because it doesn't allow me to move it. Okay. It says
nature, right? Nature uses this geometry, mathematical papyrus. It is a set of numbers that makes spirals, or you guys can just look up the Fibonacci sequence. They all call it that. And see, they hide this stuff so you guys won't know about the fact that your people had this math thousands of years ago. So the Italian, of course, they named it after Fibonacci, and Fibonacci, Fibonacci sequence. And it's just a math, cosmic math in nature. It's just nature's math. And the Fibonacci sequence is, or the golden proportion, the golden mean, all it is saying is that some shit, all they could have just cut to the chase. It just says African math. That's what they should have just said. But it comes out of the law of observation of how nature makes circles, spirals, and how it makes designs. The sunflower, you can see the golden mean. Dad fell in love with it, and so that is why he made his handle out of the golden mean. So that he wanted it to be in some African stuff. So when you bought it, you knew you had a piece of geometry, African science, African math, and you comb your hair with something that is, because at the end of the day, he was a Cosmo nerd.
He was a Cosmo nerd. And so here is a flower of what Cheryl is talking about. If you guys want to see that up close, and there is the Fibonacci. Fibonacci. And there you can see it inside of this sunflower. And she said, you see this swirl, and there it is. It's going around. And so that comb has a nice, maybe not esoteric, but like she said, this is grounded in the root of, African, mathematics. So we don't need to act like it's, no pun intended, Greek to us. Right. Yeah, but this is the norm, and we need not be all that impressed. But it's already, etched into the comb, and it just kind of makes it, how they say it, make it make sense. So if you're a Cosmo nerd and this is your thing, and we just got your funky off, you know what I'm saying? So we appreciate you. We're going to be back on Thursday, and we're going to have Mr. Maurice McIntosh. We're giving you guys what you asked for, right? You want to know how can you invent stuff, and what that whole process looks like, the what do they call it, dare to dream, or the audacity of hope. We're going to have that with none other than Mr. Maurice McIntosh. Now, he's a cosmetologist like Cheryl and I. He's a good friend of mine. There he is. He's a cosmetologist, a salon owner. and he actually designed or created a comb
Wow.
to apply, relaxers. It's pretty cool. He has a little patent for, I shouldn't say a little patent, but he doesn't like to make much out of it because he says, hey, I'm just doing my thing here. But if you are inspired, Maurice is one of those people that you can say, hey, if Maurice did it, then I can do it too. And then we're going to be saved. The folks from Rev Air is going to come over. I'm still waiting for them to respond if we can give away a Rev Air. We'll see if they'll allow us to do that here on the Afro Hair Science YouTube channel. But again, I think on Thursday you don't want to miss because inventions, patents, and more is what we're going to be giving you guys. And we thank you so very much. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button on your way out. Or as Sandra and Wike is going to get y'all. Monica is going to get y'all. Dion, thank you so very much. We're going to get that comb up so you guys can do that. People are into roller sets. Someone says, what'd you say, LB? Can I use a sponge rollers after you press and curl? Of course you can. Ain't nothing wrong with sponge rollers. Go for what you know. If you want to roll your hair with some sponge rollers, ain't nothing I ain't gonna take your hair out. Oh no, it ain't. We'll talk about that.
By the way, Luana, you just reminded me. I have a patent in there for satin rollers.
Okay.
Let's put it back in there and shoot. All
right. Okay, so Dion, I'm going to write this down because next week is going to be 2 weeks ago was dedicated to Week. You the one that got this started, Week. So Dion 408. Next week is going to be dedicated to you. Bring your friends in because it's all about the straightening comb and rollers. And then LB, we're going to talk about those sponge rollers. We'll bring some in. So bring all your roller, your flexi rods, all those questions into the chat. We've got you guys faded. All right, Cheryl, any closing thoughts before we wrap this up?
And you said it all. I think that we do understand how important manufacturing is. We do understand, and we could really be killing it, guys. This is our birthright. This is what they did. So I don't know what we need to be talking about, but this is how we did it, right?
All right. This is how we do it. All right. A lot of people on Instagram, too many to say some shout outs to so many people, but thank you everybody on Instagram. We appreciate you. Big shout out to our homeboy King of Lock, Kefele Sir Pooh is in the chat. Of course, we got Week A, and then we have LB, we have Dion 408, we got my BFF Monica Bourne, Michelle Allen. How you doing? And then of course we have Sandra E, our virtual co-host, says please don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. What's up, Yate? We love to see you in the chat. Oh, Trish, I keep calling you Tish. And then our beauty from Nova Scotia, Samantha Dixon Slaughter, says she's looking forward to doing what? Holding it and bringing a piece of North America to the Black beauty culture history in Nova Scotia. That's some big stuff. Kay Washington, you know how much we appreciate you. Live, work, clean. That's right. Canada is just coming up. America, y'all better get y'all stuff. We about to move over to we go with Canada. So y'all bring your little ghetto bus over here with that little crazy ass leader y'all that just elected. What's up, Audrey? I did not vote for him. I'm telling y'all that right now. I ain't got nothing to do with that. So anywho, we appreciate you guys. We're going to be back. I see you, Rashida. I love you very much. So we thank you guys. Rashida, my boss, Lavina, we saw you sneak on in. Drop them L's right quick. There you go. Lavina is also in the chat. I saw you slide in and slide on out. So we'll be back on Thursday with Maurice McIntosh talking about the audacity of hope. Don't be afraid to follow your dreams, guys. This is what we do right here on America's favorite podcast about Afro hair. You know what we say when we're signing out, right? We're talking about a whole lot of peace, a whole lot of love, and a whole lot of hair. But check it out. If you ain't got it, don't want it, can't grow it, hell, you can't stand it because you're going to cut it off, whatever. We say don't worry about that. You got them bald patches and spots. Don't worry about that stuff, y'all, because all that's beautiful too, and so are you. Deuces. Sure, you ready for the chit-chat tonight?
I'm ready.
Bam, bam, bam. He or she said, cancel this damn show. They hate it. What? Hold on. Wait a minute.
Make black hair great again.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Now, woo!
We're coming get our check.
Cheryl Morrow, the one, the only, the hair oracle.
That was, it was Red Dot, and then we also had a cosmetology school instructor in the chat, Miss Denise West, Michelle Allen, Miss Foster. Dang, I missed your name. It's always nice to see Miss Foster in the chat. Michelle Allen, you know how much we love you too.
What? About a whole lot of peace. Cheryl, you order that in a bag of chips.